Where do we want cam on this? Okay, we could put up a mini map. Put it over there. Put it over there. Right. Type something in stream chat for me, Jim, and just let me know if it's up and running. Does it look okay? Are we looking?
It looks like it's running fine.
What? Oh, sorry?
It looks like it's running fine.
Does me? Does me? Good, good. Right, let's crack on then. They're recruiting some more stuff for this guy. And I'm about to get my shit pushed in, aren't I? Because they're coming at me over here. Fuck.
Same here, I'm getting attacked by goblins.
Yeah, you're getting goblin, and I think I'm getting whatever the fuck she is. I think she's leader of orcs, isn't she? Yeah, she's got orcs. We're both getting green skinned. The green skinners. Oh, this guy can move away though. Yes, just trespass. They can attack my unit, it's fine, I'm trespassing. I don't give a fuck. I need to be able to get out of here. Yeah, these are on guard mode, aren't they? Dark City produced a ritual site. Right, okay. Oh, I meant to show you something as well. Because this tells you how few cities you can have. You see top left of your screen, do you see where there's like a building thing and it might say like 1 out of 3?
Yeah.
That's the number of cities you can have.
Wow, only 3 cities?
Yeah. You can get a 4th one from the, what's it called? The Empire Development on the, I think is on the green tree or the white tree. Unlock both of those. Unlock that. Unlock that. And bear in mind, make sure you click on these things, by the way, Jamie. You know these things on your Empire tree thing. Click on them to obtain them. And there's one there. Look, yeah. It's on the white tree, the general one. 3rd one along, expanded governance, increases city cap by +1. And as far as I'm aware, that's the only place where you can gain one. So it looks like it only have 4 max. But bear in mind, the map's not like Warhammer. The map's a lot smaller, even though it's a very large map. So 4 cities will take up a lot of space. So you won't actually probably need that many. You can probably just have 1 city and build all the shit from 1 city.
That's fair.
You can build more than 3 cities, by the way. You just then incur penalties. So I think you'll incur growth and money across all your cities because you've gone over your cap. Selecting your research.
Makes sense.
Yeah, give me that one.
Enchantment is truly a union of the worldly and the arcane.
Yes, have that.
Curse to you, goblin mage.
Right, what do we need to build? We've got...
I got good food coming in at least.
Oh, that's cool.
Huh.
Wizard Tower Crypts. +2 mana income per hero in the crypt. Heroes in the crypt can be resurrected. I'm building that. And then you can have Wizard Tower prison cells where you can convert enemy heroes or execute them. But if you execute them, I wonder if that means if they can be revived or not by their Wizard Tower.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works. I have to find out.
Not sure.
It's all new to us. We can annex something else nearby, right? Okay. What have we already got? That's wood. That's a quarry. Mine. Farm. Another mine. Tell me that. I can build some more. Ooh! Yeah, because I've done some massive underground. That could be good. Where's my scout guy? Oh yeah, and I know I mentioned it last time. Make sure you've always got an army in your city. Because even if it has walls and shit and defences, it's got no garrison. So you've got to put like your own army in there. It's not like Warhammer where you get one for free. So recruit your center hero and stick some units in there. Doesn't matter if they're like over the top units, but just stick them in there. Otherwise, basically, if somebody comes to attack you and they've got like siege equipment, they can literally walk straight onto your city and take it. Because at that point, then basically all the people in your city are just your civilians. So essentially, really, what you need early on, to be fair, is actually 2 armies. One to sit in your city and one to go out and attack shit. Oh. Okay, whatever.
Oh, you're going after my scout, you dirty little fricker.
Let's see how Jamie's doing. Yeah, so what we've done on this campaign anyway. Let me just check something on YouTube, make sure it's all working right. On live, it appears to be. Yeah, it should be okay. Right. What we've done in this campaign is we've got a very large map with a very large underground, a massive underground. I used to always have underground in my custom maps. but you used to be able to design those yourselves with like a map editor. These ones are kind of like custom templates. But there's me and Jamie. This is Jamie down here. And then this is our AI ally over here, which is the elves. And basically we've got 9 factions, and we're all in basically a team each of 3. So there's us 3, these 3, and then those 3 on the back end. And then you've got city-states in between. Hambinger beat someone. Hambinger's fighting the cat people. Oh, make sure if you haven't built them already, Jamie, look at any. Have you got any like archer like things or what's it called? Like buildings in your cities where you can upgrade it. Like I've got archer battlements and I've got caltrop stash.
I'm already building archer battlements.
Yeah, so when you've got those, the units you've got garrisoned in there, it will help your units out more. So even if, say, let's say 2 armies attack you when you've got an army of 6, your 6 units in there will actually have a decent chance of winning that fight because they do a lot for you. Even if you have to fight it. He's going to get recruited, and then I want another Pathfinder. That's going to give him, what, 4? I want access to my better units. I haven't seen my better units yet. Ride for Vengeance. Should I have Ride for Vengeance, Ride for Ruin, and call it the Rohan Riders? Back in a second. Hey, Sidetracks, how you doing, buddy? Sorry about that. Watched talk about that. How you been, brother? How you been keeping? I've been noticing the mythic raiding scene ain't going too well for World of Warcraft. A lot of people have been talking about it collapsing, and they need don't get me wrong, I enjoy the mythic raiding stuff. I do like watching the Race to World First stuff, but I do think they need to tailor the game more to the casual gamer, and that'll bring more people back. Because when you've only got like 2% of guilds in the game that actually mythic raid, Most people never probably even attempt a Mythic boss. And I think they need to start catering more to the casual gamers if they want their community to increase and explode. And especially if Phil Spencer decides to put it on console at some point. They need to get rid of the elitism. The elitism's too much in a game where there shouldn't really be an esport. It shouldn't have been catered to an esport. MMOs at the core are not an esport. You want to do an esport, you need to look at like League of Legends, CSGO, Dota. They're esports. Try to turn an MMO into an esport is the worst idea imaginable. I don't know why they're doing it. It's really, really silly. Let's have a tavern. On the high-end rating, Blizzard eSport like MDI is okay. I mean, MDI is on the small side, I suppose. MDI is more like your dungeons, isn't it? But I'll be honest with you, I'm not interested in MDI at all because dungeons to me are boring as fuck. Obviously, when you said like an aging player base, you're not wrong. But like, when I started playing the game, dungeons were a byproduct to get to raiding. You use dungeons to get some gear for your pre-raid base. Then you went into your raids to get your base. And then you went from raid tier to raid tier getting better gear. I put a thing in Discord the other day, Sidetracks, about my idea for my own MMO. But it's a pure PvE MMO. So you never need to nerf anyone. Never need to nerf any bosses. But there wouldn't be any difficulties in the raids either. The difficulties would be on the bosses themselves. That is why I'm enjoying SOD. A lot of people have said good things about SOD. And then I think some have had some joy with just like the classic versions anyway. Because I think the 3 best versions of the game were Vanilla, Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King. The only thing I wish they'd done in Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King were kept 40-man raids. 40-man raids were awesome. They were. And when you've got that many people play the game, it's more inclusive. Why scale it from 40 to 25? Some people say, oh, it's harder to get a 40-man raid going. Not when you've got 10 million people playing the game. Sod or 10-man. Sod or 10-man now, but why is Sod 10-man? Because there's only 1.5 million people playing the game. Now, they'll probably go back up to higher numbers at 60. For lower level raids, it makes sense to be in 10-man. Low-level raids, I understand. And don't forget, low-level raids weren't a thing in World of Warcraft until Season of Discovery. But I think for max-level raids, 40-man raids should be a thing. You can have 20-man raids as well for like your Zul'Grub, your AQ20, that sort of stuff. But they should have 40-man, your big tier raids, where you can have big guilds. But obviously, because the player base has gone from 12 million subscribers down to 1.5 million subscribers, the game's almost dead. You've got no one playing it by comparison. I mean, not when it's spread across all their servers. Anything between 10 and 30. I know, that's the sad state of it, is what they've had to go to low raid states because there's not enough people playing the game. Which I kind of feel sorry for, because it is a good game. It plays very well. They just made it overly complex. There's too many abilities. There's too much shit. Example is the game that I've designed, that I've been thinking of like something in the future. You only have a maximum of 7 abilities per class. Every class has exactly 7. You start with 3 core abilities, and then you choose 4 out of a choice of 12. And then from them 4, you get up to 20 passives attached to those 4 skills as you go from level 1 to 50. But you only get 7 abilities. And the even better thing about it is, no big CD cooldowns. So you don't get any 2 or 3 minute offensives or defensives. Nothing like that. You've just got 7 frequent use abilities.
That's if they decide to put it on Game Pass, though.
when it goes in Game Pass, the player number will skyrocket. I think it'll skyrocket if it's playable, Sideshocks. If they put it on Game Pass and people have got to download 17 add-ons to play the game, I don't think it will. So if they're going to put it on Game Pass, bear in mind you can't download add-ons on a console, they're going to have to delete all add-ons.
Oh, that's even if to make a console version of it.
Well, they want to just port it over. Like you port it from console to PC and back. So they just have to make a console port. But they'd have to meet all the Xbox guidelines for it to make the port. Otherwise it won't even be playable. Oh, I can get into the city thing. So I can unlock that one, but I can't unlock this one. Oh, it costs you Imperium. You've got to pay for Imperium with it. Oh, I see. Right, okay, so then I need to wait then. I need to wait and get for that one, then I can get another city cap. Oh. What the fuck that were then? I have no idea what you're playing. It looks cool. Also remember to change top chat to live chat. Fuck, I have. Got to do it again. Thank you, Dunkov. Does it default back to live chat every single stream? Is that a thing? God damn it. Thank you, Dunkov. If I had spook gems in the chat, you'd be getting some right now.
All mine are just sitting there in the abyss.
Don't worry, I've still got them noted down, buddy, on numbers. If I can give them back at some point, you'll all be getting them back. You won't have lost any. I know what's what.
Remember that one time where I gambled all of them and I just got a huge amount back?
Yeah. It defaults top chat all the time, both to streamers and watchers. Really? Oh, that's annoying. See, I'd rather it be in live chat, and then you can change it to top chat. That'd make more sense, because you're live streaming. Why would you have this top chat thing that only shows you some of the messages? I mean, it could work on controller Sideshocks, because you could always use the buttons at the top as, like, modifier buttons. But I still think they need to cut down the number of abilities on World of Warcraft. I don't see any reason a class would need more than 10 abilities. You should be able to have less than 10 abilities. There's no reason for it to have more than that. There's not. No one can say to me, no, it needs this many abilities. Does it really? Are the abilities on there that you use in every single encounter in every raid? If the answer's no, then you don't. It's stupid. And how many CC abilities they've got? CCs don't even work versus raid bosses. It works versus some of the trash, and I emphasise some of the trash. Some of the trash is immune. What is this?
Darling.
Huh.
There you go.
Thank you, darling.
Good to go.
Alright. I had to switch games from Helldivers, it kept crashing on me.
Oh, right.
Their servers are, I think, a bit wiggy.
Love you.
Thank you, Dunkov. And this game, by the way, is Age of Wonders 4, Dunkov. Is what it is. No. I don't want any stuff right now. Shit. Well, he's already pissed off at me, so I'll go back this way. Oh, I can come. Actually, we're building over scat on, which just come down here. You and your wife look great together. I mean, my wife. She's not my wife yet, but she will be in the future. She's already told me.
Yes.
Yeah. She wants to be the Mrs. Lavin. She does. My little lady. What the fuck? Am I clicking my unit of the city here? What is going on?
Yeah, it's a little wiki like that.
That was strange as fuck. Can I throw up yet? What, because I've got a girlfriend, Cytrox? Didn't you meet your girlfriend through my guild? Last time I checked? Precisely. You're welcome.
This city-state really freaking likes me.
Hi Mandalorian, how you doing, buddy? Which is in better place, PlayStation or Xbox?
Oh, like...
Personally, I mean, this is what my take on it. This is probably a hot take. Because I'm a PC gamer. I've been for years. Don't get me wrong, I've had consoles growing up. I started out with a Game Boy, which I got for free. I then did get a PlayStation 1 and a PlayStation 2, and then I got an Xbox when it came out, and an Xbox 360. I've played both sides of the track. I think Xbox has better exclusives, because I like things like your Fallouts, your Gears of War, your Halo, things like that. The only ones I really liked on PlayStation were your Final Fantasies, which are now all on PC anyway. But PlayStation has won the sales war. PlayStation has outsold Xbox 3-1. So for every Xbox sold, there's been 3 PlayStations sold. So there's more people buying and playing on PlayStation. That's just a fact. But what's outselling both of them is PCs. PC's got more than both combined.
And Switch is outselling both of them anyway.
It's not. Switch is actually losing the console war. Because Switch is fucking terrible. Because it's a portable device.
Well, it's tailored towards younger people.
Yeah, but it's not outselling. The winner of the console war is PlayStation. PlayStation sold more than any other console. We ain't together. You ain't together now? What? You never told me. Never told me anything these days, Sidetrucks. No email. No carrier pigeon. Where's my messages? And I'm sorry to hear that with buddy, but I hope you're okay. If you need to chat at all, let me know. We can talk in some private DMs. Or in a private chat. Wait till we have a lot of spec running around. We're not having a lot of spec running around, we don't want kids. Me and Ella don't want kids. She's getting the lady operation that you can get when you're 28, where you don't basically have children.
I've got to fight for it though.
She's got to fight for it, but that's what she wants to get. We don't want children. We're not a children people. I'm not a 2.5 kids white picket fence guy. That's not our thing. She wants to do her thing with her job, which hopefully I can support when I get mine off the ground with this. And then, but we're comfortable the way we are. Some people have said really rude things to Ella, like, oh, you're not doing a service to your boyfriend by not having his children. I don't fucking want children. Do you think I want mini versions of me running around? How evil do you think I am? Imagine what tiny versions of me could do to the world. There's half me and half her.
I got tiny versions of me running around.
I'm not being funny with bad enough for one Putin. I don't need multiple little versions of me running around.
You make it sound as if you're evil.
What? Oh, mine could be, potentially. Between you and me together, we could create an ultimate evil mastermind.
So we're basically one slip up away from creating a supervillain.
Well, I don't think we're creating one. I think they were born like it. They'd come out and the first thing he'd do is jab the scalpel in the doctor's leg.
That's the problem we have here. A lot of that kind of stuff's being made illegal.
What? No, sorry.
A lot of that stuff that you just mentioned are being made illegal.
I know they're making abortions illegal, but we're not talking about abortions. There's an operation you can have where you don't have, basically, it can stop you from having children. The operations you can have, but obviously in America you have to pay for them. So I'm glad it is what it is. Please don't, you're bad enough. I know. Believe me, Cytrox. I know one of me is about all this world can handle. Does not need two. And then there's enough actual dickheads out there. Right, I'm not a dickhead, but I probably create my own problems somewhere. People said Xbox said losing. What the fuck is this?
Hell if I fucking know.
Why is it I can never retreat from these battles? I'm being attacked by fucking...
I never can either.
I've been attacked by like a gay Conan. Take a look at this fucker. He's like a skinny gay Conan. What is this? I'm looking at you. It's like Conan that skipped food day. For bloody hell. As soon as I create a thing... Did he just come out of the ground? Is he? He's down there, isn't he? He's got a city down there. Alright, we're not going down there then. Fucking getting ambushed by fucking dwarves coming out of holes. Bastard. Oh, I've unlocked some more units. Right, we've got war shamans unlocked. Give me a couple of war shamans.
Huh?
Take one of these guys out. Don't get me that fucking pissed off dwarf. We can annex something else, okay. So... let's build a farm here. The hell is that thing? With a big ass snake. PlayStation ever coming out with Stellar Blade? Some people then said Xbox is a dying brand. I think Phil Spencer said something publicly that he probably shouldn't have said. I didn't intend it that way. And that was the issue. He said something a certain way. But PlayStation is beating Xbox in terms of sales. When they're selling 3 PlayStations to 1 Xbox, Sony PlayStation's already won that. They've got 3 times as many people playing as Xbox has. And they're open facts. You can actually look up those stats. Those sale figures are public. Microsoft runs on PC. It does, and there are more PCs. But you don't class PCs as purchasing an Xbox. You can class them as Game Pass users, if they've got Game Pass, which I did until I had to cancel last month because I can't afford to keep it, because my budget is so tight. But obviously that's not purchasing an actual console, the Xbox console itself. One thing I think they need to do personally, this is your guys' opinions, what you think, your opinion as well, Jimmy, I'd like to hear yours. Personally, I think they should get rid of all exclusives. Make it available everywhere. Put it on Steam, put it on Game Pass, put it on PlayStation Network, put it on Origin, or EA as it is now, put it on Ubisoft, put them everywhere. Put it absolutely everywhere. I mean, it's going to be better for the game, because you're going to have more people playing it, and it's going to be better for the developers, because you're going to make more money. Some people don't want to switch to different consoles or to the PC. They want to stick to where they are. Exclusives are a waste. They really are. It's just, exclusive just deny your sales. If you're saying, right, okay, you've got to get a Nintendo Switch to play Pokemon, you know what happens? No one buys a Nintendo Switch, except the ones that already want to buy a Nintendo Switch. They don't just buy it for that one game. Very few would ever do that. That's the reason. If they released it everywhere, it'd be massive everywhere, it'd be even bigger. You could increase your player base by 100 times. Imagine how much money that'd bring in for game companies. It'd be massive. And they're making all these cuts. Get rid of fucking exclusives. There's your money. Sony coming out with bangers. PC's beating consoles, hands down, yeah, it is. But like your exclusives, I prefer the exclusives from Xbox. Like I prefer your Halo, your Gears of War, your Fable, your Elder Scrolls, your Fallout. They're all my go-to games over the PlayStation ones.
I'll no longer need my Xbox because they're bringing my game I played on there to frickin' PlayStation.
What's that?
Sea of Thieves.
See, that's not a game I play. It's not one I'd go for. But, again, it's good, though, they're moving exclusives across. The only exclusives I ever wanted, I'll be honest with you, were Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy X from PlayStation. And you know what they are? They're both on Steam. Both are on Steam, and I've already got them both. Final Fantasy 7's there. I had to uninstall it last month. And Final Fantasy 10's there. And I've completed them both.
Well,
And then I've even got Final Fantasy 8.
I've always had connection issues with the internet when I play it on PC. So I just stick to playing it on my console.
Is it waiting on you or me?
I'm just finishing up here now.
Oh, right, okay. If you're still doing stuff, it's fine. I would say it'd been on that thing for a while. I thought, I'm sure I'd clicked it. And what does PlayStation think, even though they're putting huge games on the platform? I'm guessing PlayStation 5 and PC future. Yeah, but Jamie, I played Sea of Thieves on PC. If all game could be accessed on Xbox, PS, PC. If you did buy a console for one game, I'd have an Xbox for Halo. Yeah, example, Halo's my go-to one as well, Kyle. If they said, right, you've got to choose one for one exclusive game or something, it'd be for Halo, and a close second would be Gears of War. Gears of War for the first 3, though, I might add. The ones after that I don't give a shit about. But Gears of War 1, 2 and 3 were fucking fantastic stories. But I prefer the gameplay of Halo. Halo's the gameplay I prefer over the third person, over the shoulder from Gears of War. But they're my go-to games. And PlayStation's just got nothing close to them in terms of like storytelling and stuff. I love that. And I thought ODSTs was going to be bad. ODST was actually also a very good story. The only problem is, it showed how powerful ODSTs can be. The ones that reinforce you when you're playing a Spartan are fucking pussies. They're weak as fuck. So I think Sony will have a future and Xbox dies. I don't think Xbox will die, not in the way you'll think, Mandalorian. But what I do think is, right, who owns Xbox?
Microsoft.
Bingo. And what's the second part of Microsoft's name? Microsoft. They're just going to put the soft back into software. I think they're going to double down on Xbox Game Pass. You said it yourself, Psychox. It's on PC. You imagine if they put every single Xbox title on Game Pass and it's on PC, and then they move Game Pass onto other platforms like PlayStation, like Switch. They're going to absolutely kill it in money. I think they've already got 25 million subscribers. World of Warcraft at its peak had 12. They've over doubled that. And that's set to grow year on year. Games Pass is massive value for money as well. It's $7.99. You can play some titles that are like 50, 60, 70 pound. You play them for £8. If you play it and complete it before it gets taken off, and some of the titles don't get taken off, maybe that's something they might move towards in the future, is they might keep titles on there forever, rather than taking them off the Game Pass.
I don't see him bringing Game Pass to PlayStation.
Give it time, is all I'm saying, give it time. Like,
because PlayStation has its own little version of that.
I know it does, but it doesn't have all the same games. But this is where it should be interconnected. So if they don't bring it, then they'll just stick them on PlayStation Network. But then obviously every game that sells on PlayStation Network, if the gaming company is Xbox or Microsoft, they're going to get a kickback. They're going to get money from that. I've always said this, right? If let's say they sell a game on PlayStation Network, right, and they get 70% of the game's cost, and PlayStation take 30%. 70% of something is better than 100% of nothing. So at least they're then making money per sale on a rival network. It's literally a win-win for the company. You're going to make money hand over fist. There's no reason not to do it. You can get a decent PC pre-built for 800. So only reason I would get a PC is for mods and graphics. To be fair, I have 4 PCs, PS, Xbox, Switch, but I am out gamer. Yeah, that's it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am, but I do all my gaming on this now. I've still got my Xbox in there. Ella plays on it all the time. She loves playing the Fables and stuff like that. And I think at some point she might buy the next generation Xbox for the next Fable when that comes out. But who owns Sony then? Sony. owns Sony.
Sony.
You mean who owns PlayStation? PlayStation are owned by Sony. That's why Sony recently got them to shut down like 2 studios. Because Sony were like, these studios can't do it for gold. None of the companies Mandalorian will die out, they're too big. Sony and Microsoft are both in the trillions. Microsoft just been valued this year at over 3 trillion. It's the richest company in the world. They can afford Microsoft, Xbox easily. Even if Xbox ran at a loss, they could still afford it. Why do you think Amazon at the moment, Amazon owns Twitch? Twitch hasn't made a profit in 10 years. So why do they still exist? Because Amazon's paying for them.
Yeah,
Amazon can afford to keep them. Amazon's worth over 2 trillion. They're heading towards 3 this year. They can afford to keep them at a loss. At some point, Amazon might decide, you know, fuck this, it's not working, and just get rid of Twitch. And then Twitch will either die, or somebody else might buy Twitch out and take them over. But then they've got to find a way then to make Twitch profitable. Because at the moment it's not. And the adverts on Twitch are that fucking toxic, you can't watch content. I jump onto a stream, if I get landed with 3 to 5 minutes of unskippable ads, I switch straight off of Twitch. If I jump on YouTube, I get a 15-second advert that I can skip after 5 seconds. I can handle that. Or even if I get like a 30-second ad, and then I can skip next after 5 seconds. I'm okay with that. But not fucking 3 minutes and 5 minutes of ads before I've even watched any of the content. Fuck that right off. Twitch all day? No, I don't think so. But watching all those adverts? YouTube is bigger than Twitch, Facebook, in terms of Facebook gaming this is, and Kick combined. YouTube is the second biggest search engine on the planet, which is owned by Google, and Google's the biggest. That's because you stream on Twitch and Kick, so basically you're biased sidetrack is what you mean. But Twitch is a dying platform, buddy. My advice to you, if you want to go serious on streaming, get off of Twitch. If you want to go into something, go onto Kick or go onto YouTube. Don't stay on Twitch. If Twitch is still here in 5 to 10 years, I'll be shocked. Because I've heard things on the grapevine, that place isn't going places. I do it for fun, but you won't be able to if the platform goes under. All I'm saying is, if you want to build an audience that you're building to like come watch your shit, build it somewhere else.
This city-state has a dire penguin.
You got a penguin?
They got a penguin.
Where? I'm looking here.
Telesfork, the one next to me, Telesfork.
This purple fucker here?
Yeah.
I can't see his thing. Or is it in here?
It's a fucking penguin.
You've got furries near you. You need furries. These are cat people.
I know. I basically got maxed out allegiance of them.
You've got allegiance with the furries?
I got.
Oh, they're a city state, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not one of the players, so you can do. Yeah.
I got basically maxed out allegiance.
That's another thing in trouble. Mods for PC, cause Nexus like nah, you can't do that. Mods will always have a place. Example, I don't know if you guys have looked recently. It's not a game I've played, but a game I've heard of called Valheim. Football time, have fun. Have a good inside shocks. But it's a game I've heard of called Valheim. And recently, a bunch of creators have all come together. A bunch of software creators, and they've made a separate game through Valheim through mods, and it looks amazing. Their own campaign, quest, everything.
I just find it's really cool how some people take a game that's already out and make a mod that just makes it a completely different game.
This is probably even better than the original.
Yeah.
Please explain how mods even hurt companies if you mod on PC. It depends on the mod. Example is Mandalorian. Right. I'll give you a good example. And then Jimmy can give whatever he was going to say. One of the mods that hurts a game, example, is World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft's got that many mods on it now. Some of the mods are actually even scams. So you'll install the mod and it steals all your character's gold. So you can't, not all mods are legit. And then some are viruses, they put a virus on your computer. So you've got to get it from a trusted mod source. If it's a trusted mod source, it won't be generally a scam or a virus or anything like that. But even the ones that aren't, example like weak auras. Weak auras is pretty much used throughout the game now, especially for the dungeons and raiding scene. You have to have it. If you haven't got it, people won't even invite you to a party. You're basically shunned like some sort of leper. The problem is it trivialises mechanics in the game. So you've not got natural raw skill of a player, you're having a mechanic that's telling you exactly what to do. Telling you where to move, what buttons to press, and what to do. It's almost playing the game for you. It's really, really, really stupid. But it is a mod in the game that you have to have. And it's weird how it works with its own way. And I think it's just too much. But at Mythic raiding level, the game's unplayable without it. But in my opinion, Mythic raiding shouldn't exist. Or if it's going to, they definitely need to tone it right down and then get rid of all the add-ons. Get rid of everything. And there were a video watching about a new player the other day. A new player jumped into World of Warcraft and the streamer spotted him, was speaking to him, and he's like, oh, because you can do this, you can have this add-on. And the streamer had got through about 5 or 6 add-ons, and this guy goes, fuck this, I'm not playing this game. He uninstalled the game and closed his account, this new player, who was talking on Discord to this streamer. Because of it, when he got to only 5 or 6 add-ons. And on World of Warcraft you probably need about 12 on the low side. You need far too many add-ons. And even the cosmetic ones you don't have to have. Just get rid of them all. Get rid of the fucking add-ons. If Blizzard wants some in the game, Blizzard can make their own version and make it part of the actual game. A AAA company should not be basing their content off of mods. It's retarded. They had a mechanic on a boss in one of the most recent raid tiers, where it was called the Among Us mechanic, where one of the players in your raid was basically fake. Problem is, the weak aura they designed told you exactly who the person was. It completely trivialised that entire mechanic. So you didn't even have to try and figure out who the person was. The mechanic just said it's that guy. The add-on said it was that guy. So devs spent all this time making this cool mechanic on a boss for a weak aura to trivialise it in 10 seconds. I was like... This is why World of Warcraft's gone from a peak player base of 12 million people down to a low of 1.5 million. That's why. Things like that. And I had a lot of friends leave when they went from 40 player raids to 25 player raids in Burning Crusade. Because it was to make smaller guilds more a thing, but it made it less inclusive. You don't need small raids if you've got a massive player base. You will find people to play. Most of the guilds at that time, when it were 40 players, had like 120 people in their guild. You could fill 3 raid rosters. Or at very least 2, and then you've got some subs in case you need them.
And it also depends if they ever keep the thing up to date. If they don't keep it up to date, it's
What, buddy?
And it's also, I'll use Warhammer for example, if they don't keep, while yeah, it might work with the current, while it's up to date with the current game, but if the game updates, you're at the mercy of waiting for the person to ever decide to update it, because you can't use it until...
It's also true. That's also the same with Warhammer, but not to the same extent. But, like, when they update the game, none of the add-ons work, they all go out of date. So then you've got to wait for the company or person to update the add-on, so it can even work in the game. Otherwise it won't. And if you depend completely upon weak auras to raid, you then can't raid. You can't do the thing you want to do. Add-ons are bad for games when it's like that. Mods for a game, like where they add in content, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Can be sometimes, but not necessarily a bad thing. But an add-on is still a mod. It's just a mod that makes you play the game in a certain way, or does the game in a certain way for you. And it's
like
just
even,
not good.
I still play World of Warcraft. I don't use any add-ons. I just do PvE shit. So.
Yeah, but obviously if you want to do like mythic raiding, they probably demand that you put on weak auras. At least. Yeah. You probably need a few others as well. But if you're just doing raiding at like normal, maybe even a heroic, you might get away with it. You'd be okay. See, personally, if I went back to WoW, I want to play with no add-ons at all. I hate the add-ons. Because it also, as well, I don't know if you notice, do you notice when it says megabytes on your add-ons, every single one, it takes longer to load up your game, and it puts more draw on your PC. So your game would actually run smoother without them. And some of those add-ons, fuck me, do they have a draw on your computer and a half?
The one I ever really, when we were raiding and playing and all that, the only one I ever really cared to really have was the damage meter one. But other than that.
The damage meter one, it weren't so much for tanks, but you have it for if you damage dealer, and it's basically so you don't overtake the tanking threat. Because if you overtake the tank in threat and you die, that's your fault, not the tank's. Because when damage dealers pop their cooldowns, they pop more than one go, you can outstrip a tank in threat quite easily. Especially if it's at the start of the pull. So if you blow past him and then the boss turns and one-shots you, that's your fault. He's talking about modding, so I'm like, why is Resident Evil so bad to mod on PC? My thinking, I know the Capcom company said it's cheating modding on PC. I'm like, how? Based on Resident Evil wise, not Warhammer. I heard something about this, the Capcom thing cheating, because weren't it also something they did with Monster Hunter World? And they banned like several YouTube channels, like pretty big content creators. They didn't even get a chance to like contest it or take down the thingies. They just banned these channels outright. Capcom went like full fucking arsonist on their fucking channels and just deleted them. What was it they did in the Resident Evil one? What was it they modded? Was it like they made like your character unkillable or some shit, or like unlimited ammo or something?
Huh?
Jeez, just how many armies does the city-state need to have? Jesus fucking Christ.
I can't see how many he's got. How many has he got?
4.
Okay. On.
He gets a 5 stack, a 4 stack, a 3 stack, another 3 stack.
He's got a lot of fucking heroes, then.
Yeah, he does. Jesus.
For example, apparently
I'm
Capcom are angry at people using mods in Resident Evil in like why it's a single player game. What? Well, Warhammer essentially is a single player game. It's only multiplayer if you want to play it multiplayer. Same with Civilization. That's a single player game, but there's mods for Civilization. What's it being a single player game got to do with mods? What's Capcom's weird take on that? That's kind of fucking stupid. That doesn't make any sense. It's got nothing to do with the game being single player or not. I mean, Monster Hunter World is basically single player. If you don't want to play with other people, you haven't got to. Which makes it so people can't join your lobby and you don't SOS flare.
Mm-hmm. I'm having troubles trying to deal with this fucking goblin, goddammit.
I'm talking single player only. Well, yeah, but that's what I mean. Like, example, let's say you're Mandalorian, let's say you wanted to play Total War Warhammer 3 and you went to play Realm of Chaos or Immortal Empires. That is a single player game at its core. Unless you go onto multiplayer to host a lobby to play multiplayer, they are the single player game modes for that game. I know Resident Evil you can't play with other people, I understand what you're saying there. It's like, example, playing Outlast. Outlast you can't play with other people, apart from Outlast Trails, which is out this year. I think it's actually already out this month. Me and Matrix are getting it next month and we're going to do a playthrough of it. But you've got a single player component in the game, mods for it. I don't know what they're modding though in Resident Evil though. What are they modding? What are the mods about? What's upset Capcom so much about these mods? Because they went like scorched earth on these fucking channels. I need my OBS, that's what I need. It's still modding someone's IP. I can understand that, Kyle, don't get me wrong, that's from a legal standpoint. But then that means usually they've allowed the mods. Because you can't usually get access to the coding in most cases without permission for it to begin with. Otherwise that's then hacking, which is highly illegal. And if you hack someone's IP like Capcom, a big AAA company, and then make a YouTube channel for the content of it, that's fucking retarded. Cosmic, what's wrong with modding single player games when they're not going to add more content? More skins, the better. So, is that all they added? They just modded in skins, that was it? Cosmetic skins? Is that what it were? They went scorched earth on like 7 channels for fucking skins? Really? I don't get it. I mean,
I don't play
that,
Resident Evil, so.
I mean, I played them. I mean, the remakes of 2 and 3 were good. The remake of 4 were fucking dire. But if you've seen it on my channel, you'll have seen how bad it were. It crashed on me 8 times, Jamie, for the course of the campaign, and I just got fucked off with it. I was like, no, I'm not. This game's not playable. The port of that one, for whatever reason, to PC was terrible. And when it's a single player game, as Mandalorian's saying, crashing, you know it's a problem with the game. Because you're not even online, essentially, for that. You can play that shit offline. So it's just a problem with the coding of the game.
Indeed.
I wasn't saying that mods are wrong, I'm just seeing it from Capcom. They won't be happy that people are modding their stuff. Can people get sued if add modded skins to Resident Evil? I mean, if what Kyle said is right, if they technically breach the their coding and then ask permission for it, then yes, because technically you're altering their coding to add something into the game that wasn't there. If you get permission from them, make damn sure you get it in writing. So these days, ideally by an email, and then keep that fucking email, and maybe even print off a hard copy. See a lot of streamers doing it. Well, if they get caught doing that shit, they're in for a hell of a legal battle, and they'll probably end up losing it. Because if they've gone into the coding to add something in without permission, you've then got to face Capcom's high-end lawyers. Now, even if it's a big streamer who can afford a decent legal team himself, if you've gone into their coding without permission, you've already lost that fight. You will not win that fight in court. Because there's no case you can make to argue why you can do that. You need permission. It's the equivalent of walking to someone's house and taking something you want. It's basically theft. You're using someone else's code and manipulating it to what you want to do. You can't do that without asking. Now, if you walk into somebody's house and say, can I borrow a fucking cup of sugar? Then you're borrowing a cup of sugar. If you're messaging Capcom and saying, can I mod some of your coding to add in some skins, and they give you the okay, just make sure you keep the fucking email. Because then if somebody else turns around and says, no, you can't do that, well, this email here says I can. So, stick it. And then if they take you to court then, they haven't got a leg to stand on. Because then you've got a legal document from one of their team. And then in the court, they can't win that. It doesn't matter how good their lawyer is. A lawyer would probably even take that case pro bono, which means they do it for free. Because they know they can't lose. Because you've got what they call ironclad proof. But you want to keep the document. Make sure you keep it like fuck. Because if not, you wish you had.
Indeed. Hey, Spectre.
What about it?
Yes, but the city-state is doing pact of vassalage or whatever.
I don't know how that works in this game, buddy, because that weren't something you used to do in the same way in the previous games. But the last one that I played, bear in mind, was Age of Wonders 3, which was a while back. I think that was like 2014. So you have to let me know. I don't know how it works. It could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I ain't got a clue. Why are they asking you to be? Asking to be your vassal?
It says no. In 2 turns, they'll become my vassal. It says the free city shares its income and magic materials. Other empires may no longer negotiate better diplomatic states with the free city. The free city will join its overlord in any war they are fighting. Can assist in combat and can be given directives and war coordination. Switches to vassalage phase, during which further allegiance can be earned to improve the benefits of the vassalage. Eventually, the free city may be integrated into the empire of its overlord.
Alright, okay, well, there you go then. So, that sounds like a good thing to me. Do that. The people at the side of me fucking hate me, so I've got fucking no chance with them. I'm just taking all their fucking land. Like, fuck you, get out my way.
Stupid goblin.
Oh, now you've got a vassal with 4 fucking armies that can go and beat him up for you.
No, he ain't. It's still 2 turns away.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got one. He's on the way. He's not going to get deleted if he's got 4 fucking armies. I think they might struggle a smidge. Build that. Cosmic Cab saying if someone uses someone else's mod or Nexus mod on Resident Evil, can they be sued? I know Nexus official company. That's a tricky one, that one. Because technically they make the mod, but they make the mod off the game. So that is a grey area. I don't know exactly how that would work.
Could probably go either way. But you'd think since it's an official company, they'd make sure it's actually...
They'd probably want some sort of kickback or something in some way for it. But if it's a mod of another company's mod... I mean, they've technically got permission from... If it's an official company, if they've got permission from, say, Capcom, for example, they've got permission to make their mod. If you're then making a mod off of that mod, you technically haven't approached Capcom. And then if you make a mod then... Capcom might also pursue you and say, well, we know who these are, but who the fuck are you? You've not asked them permission to make a mod. Even though they've got permission to make one, I don't know, it's a grey area thing. I wouldn't exactly know. You might be okay, you might be fucked. Another thing that's hurting gaming right now is Sweet Baby Inc. trying to push LGBTQ content in games. It's killing companies. I've heard about this little Baby Inc. thing. I don't think they're trying to push it, because by the sounds of it, some of their employees are against LGBTQ. Because some of the comments one of their staff made, or I think it was on Twitter, was actually against that, not for it.
Helldivers 2 just flat out refuses to put anything like that in the game.
You don't need to for that. That's not that type of game. It's more for games like, you know, like your Baldur's Gate 3, your RPG role-playing type games. It's for them. Like, you couldn't put it into this game either.
Well, you've had people demanding people put like Helldivers 2 in Helldivers 2, but they flat out already came out and said fuck no.
What's your opinion on TVST? What's that example? What does that abbreviate to?
That's the first thing I've heard of.
Sounds like an STD. I've had a bad one from like somewhere no one's ever been. You've got TVST, don't come near me. Demon! Demon! What does it mean? What is it? That could mean fucking anything. Okay. I want me shaman, then I'm going to go and dick over this fucking giant spider over here. Right, see if I can get in here now.
When you are inside of the domain belonging to your enemy,
Ah!
you
There's
can
a thing!
pillage improvements to gain resources.
There's a thing.
I think there's something here that says occupied. And it's not a toilet, so I don't know what that means. Hidden fountain, okay. Oh, I need to check my empire thing. Right, so how much have we got? What do we need for this? Right, I can buy that now. Right, so now I've got access to, I think, to another city-state, I think. Hasn't said I've unlocked that, though. Anyway, what? What the fuck?
What's wrong?
I don't know, I clicked on that, but then it's took the Imperium off me, but won't give me the thing. Oh no, it has. Oh, I see. I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Jamie, I have found out what the thing is. It's actually not that far away as well, which is actually not bad. So if you go onto your second big circular button, your Empire Development in.
What, Evoker? Or whatever the bank?
No, the Empire Development. You know the second big circle in the top left corner of your screen?
Yeah.
Click on that one, Empire Development, yeah?
Okay.
Right? You see the white one, yeah?
Yeah.
So follow that down to that one that looks like a castle.
Oh.
Yeah?
Increase the cap by 1.
So you increase it by 1, but it's repeatable. You can buy it more than once.
Oh.
So I just bought it then for 200 Imperium. So you know that green thing above that same symbol at the top, top left corner of your screen? You spend that to unlock it. So when I next get 500, I can then have a 5th city if I wanted. So you can keep buying it to unlock more and more cities. So there is a way to have basically as many cities as you want. But you'd need a lot of Imperium. Meant that law, that bad reviews. Spectre, no, what's your opinion on Suicide Squad? I'll be honest, completely honest with you, Mandalorian, I've not played it, buddy, so I can't give an actual review on it, but I never liked any superhero games. I think they're all bad. Every single one of them. I don't like any of them. The only ones that I've played, which to me is more of a hero than a superhero, is the Arkham series. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. They were the only ones that were good. And that's because they were open world in a big city, they were pretty cool. But it was basically more like playing like Assassin's Creed, or like playing Ninja. You weren't a superhero with fucking powers. You were like a special forces trained fucking ninja with fucking badass equipment. I'm not a massive fan of superhero games. I think every time they try and make one, they miss the mark. Since companies like live service is good for gaming, which not, so like... live service can be okay if done right. Example, like Helldivers 2 is a live service game. Helldivers 2 is really good. But everything that's on the paid track, you can unlock it in the game for free if you pay the game enough. So that's how it should be done. Where you've got some games where you can't get everything on the paid track, or you've got to... any currency you can earn, like the paid currency, expires after so many days or so many months, where on Helldivers 2 it doesn't. What the hell was that? Someone casted lightning? Hang a fucking bad here. How many fucking cities has that pissing elf built that are ours? So many fucking cities he's got?
Huh? What the hell?
We'll not be keeping an eye on our fucking elf. He's got one there. One there. One there. He's got 3 cities. Our elven ally dude is powerful as fuck.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's not fucked around, that elf. Those are my questions. Don't get me wrong, you ask very good questions as well. You always do, Mandalorian. You always do. I think it just depends on the game and how they plan to add content to it and for it. Helldivers 2 is one of those games. It's designed as a multiplayer game. It's not really a single player game. You could do single player missions on the low levels, but I think if you're trying to do single player like on Suicide or Helldiver all the time or whatever, you're going to find it quite hard. It's designed to be played with multiple people, but it's also a good model for a live service game. Another one that would be like Dead by Daylight, but Dead by Daylight's a shit game because there's too many ways to be toxic to your own team on it as survivors. With things like Dead by Daylight, they need to remove the collision, so you can't basically stop other survivors from moving through a window or through a door, and then that'd solve issues. On Helldivers, I'd probably say they need to eliminate friendly fire. And not friendly fire from like a stratagem, but friendly fire from where you can't just shoot another person. So from anything that you're carrying, your main gun, your sidearm, or something you picked up like a railgun or a anti-tank, if that hits a player, it does 0 damage. You just wasted basically the shot. I think there's things like that they can change, because players use that sort of stuff to be toxic. And if you put it in the game, you're always going to get a handful of arseholes that want to be toxic. Oh my god. Do you remember the really funny old chap who used to raid with us on World of Warcraft, Jamie?
Uh-huh.
Remember his name?
No, I don't remember his name now.
Don't remember Sol?
Oh, Soul?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've got a hero here. It's actually a woman called Sol from the Elven Villains. I can recruit Sol. It's now a lady. What the fuck is that thing? Holy Christ, it looks like fucking Evil Man Before Christmas. Look at that creepy bitch. Mikas Star Stepper. I'm saying do live service games hurt gaming? In some cases, yes, Mandalorian. Some cases they do. Here's a hard question. Would you do hanging if hanging was... If hanging was dead and there was one TV? Hanging? What?
I'm so confused.
Hanging? I don't think they do hanging anymore, apart from in like the really, you know, backwards places of the world. I don't think something I usually go and watch either, to be completely honest with you.
No, I wouldn't know.
Hanging? I feel that's an autocorrect thing. And it's gone from whatever he was typing to hanging, but I can't...
It's possible. Because autocorrect will critique you on any little freaking misstep.
I'm definitely thinking that's an autocorrect thing. He'll probably change it in a second. It's still getting content too.
I don't think he realized it.
Mandalorian, what is that word supposed to be? Looping. That's supposed to be loop. It changed looping to hanging.
What?
What? How did it go to that?
How the?
Here's a hard question. What would you do if looping was dead and there was one TV?
Oh, she's talking about the bitch that comes out of the TV. That's the only person.
Oh!
I can with TV.
Looping was dead and there's one TV. Oh, so you mean for the specific killer in Dead by Daylight? You mean the fucking grudge killer? To be fair with you, I wish looping was dead. Because if looping was dead, it means they can bring back juking. And then survivors can actually learn to play with a bit more skill and go on to taking a risk at a hiding spot. I would rather that be a thing. I don't like looping. I think looping's boring as fuck. I hate having to run a kill around one tile like 5 or 6 times, then throw down a pallet, they've got to break it to lose their bloodlust stacks, and then you run to the next tile and do the same thing. It's like, what? This is supposed to be fun gameplay? I want to be able to hide in a bush somewhere and watch him gliding past you. And they're like, where's he gone? Where is he? He went in here, I saw him. And where's he gone to?
No, I want to give people bush PTSD.
Yes, we like bush PTSD, me and Jamie. We had one killer that bad with PTSD of hiding bushes. He was swinging into bushes, weren't in. Me and Jamie like 3 bushes away, laughing at him. That's funny gameplay. Looping's not fun. Looping's just fucking boring. And then while they've got collision, if some other survivor jumps on the same loop as you, they end up fucking you up. So you end up getting either caught by the killer or at least injured.
Indeed.
You mean like Halo has friendly fire? Halo has friendly fire as well, yes. That could be a problem. Your opinion on my question, it meant if video games were dead, what would you do? If video games were dead, and obviously I couldn't do my YouTubing, obviously, because it's based on gaming, but if all video games were dead, the things that I do in my personal time, we watch TV. I know what you mean by one TV then, if you've got one TV, but I also read books. I do read a lot of books. So I'm happy to just get lost in a novel.
I read a lot of stuff on my phone too. I'm not much about the book itself. I just read. If I want to read something, I'll read it on my phone.
I don't read it on my phone. I've got actual books. Like I'll even show you. It's a good question. Actually, give me a second. Let me
I don't got enough room.
Check out these last couple of dudes. She's an archer person. He's a thingy. What's this fucking dude? Disdain the Weak. This wizard's a dickhead, Jamie. It deals 20% damage against tier 1, plus 20% damage against tier 1 units, because it doesn't like weak units. I'm knobhead.
Dickhead.
Plus 3 astral affinity. When growing a city, the Empire gains plus 2 astral affinity. You click him. Recruit him. What the fuck? No lol? No? What do you mean no lol? What are you doing down? Example, this is one of my books I'm currently reading from. Stephen Erickson, and it's called Dust of Dreams. It's fucking fantastic. Look how thick this fucking book is. And I'm only halfway through it. It's absolutely fucking massive.
Holy shit.
I love a good book. Who's squinting at me? Is it you? You're on the offside, squinting. What are you doing? See this? What? I'm feeding, you don't trust your mum. I'm working. Mum's feeding time now. Want some attention? Come here, cuddle. Want some? Come on then. Come on then. I'll have you on stream. We'll put you on cat cam in a second. Yeah. There you go. Put you on cat cam so they can all see your pretty little face. Eh? How about that? You happy now? Want to cuddle up on Dad? Right? And what would you do if video games died and there was only TV and streaming? That's what I'm saying. If there's only TV and streaming, and say you like Ella's watching TV, I'd read a book. I'd read books. I ain't got a problem. When I grew up, bear in mind, we only had one computer in the entire house. And if my brother wasn't on it, my dad was. So I didn't always get that much time on it. But when I did play computer games, I fell in love with them from the age of 5. So I read a lot. I'm big on reading. I've wrote my own novel. I just haven't published it. I might self-publish it at some point, if I get money to do so. A lot of companies would lose money too if gaming died. What would they do then? For example, Capcom. I don't think gaming at this point, Mandalorian, just so you know, nobody will ever die. I think gaming will be here 1,000 years from now, in all honesty. Gaming is far too big to die. There's far too many gamers. Why do you think a company the size of Microsoft, that's just gone up by the way to like 3 trillion, why do you think it's gone up to 3 trillion in value? Because of how successful gaming is. That's why it's gone up to that amount.
Indeed.
Gaming will be around long after I'm dead.
Yep.
Long after.
They'll be still probably be around when I'm freaking dead.
Easily, dude. Yeah, the thing is now, it's not even quantifiable with gamers. Gamers now number in several billions. Just the thing is, though, what the biggest side of gaming is, which is something I don't play, is mobile gaming.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of it, yeah.
A lot of them play free-to-play mobile games that are easy to play and that you can play on your phone. And I'll be honest, I have never once in my life played a mobile game. Not one. I used to get offered sponsorships on Twitch all the time to do a 4-hour stream of Raid Shadow Legends. And I've never played the game. I don't want to play the game. It's not my cup of tea. I kept declining them. I also got offered sponsorships for HelloFresh. But it's like, how the fuck do I do HelloFresh? You want me to stream cooking for 4 hours? I'm a gaming channel. What am I going to cook for 4 hours? It's not Christmas Day, I'm not cooking a fucking turkey. Fucking idiots. It's like, what kind of... And it'd be okay if they came out with a decent offer. But when they come out and offer you £465 for 4 hours, I'm like, what? I'm like, are you kidding me? 465 quid for 4 hours? I'm like, fucking hell, cheap much, are we? £465? I'm like, I could go and fucking pros myself out on the street and make more money. Fucking £465.
That's yeah. That'd be more I make than I make in a 10-hour shift, but
Yeah, but
That's basically how.
this is for a 4-hour stream, and I've got to try and keep the viewers engaged. Bear in mind, if you don't reach their viewer threshold, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
So they've always got a little sub-clause in there to protect themselves. So if they say, oh, you were under 10 viewers, so you only get half the amount. You've then gone from 465 to 230.
Yeah.
Then suddenly it ain't looking so fucking good. So,
Indeed.
in terms of if gaming went under Mandalorian as well, I don't think it could. I don't think it could. Because if gaming was going to go under, let's just say worst case scenario, right? Think of how many tens of thousands, even millions, would be unemployed globally. It'd probably cause the economic market to crash. It'd be like the 2008 housing crash all over again. It wouldn't work. I thought you said consoles were dying. Consoles are dying? I never said consoles are dying.
No, you didn't. You never said that.
No, I didn't say
I don't
consoles
think
dying.
consoles are gonna die. I don't think.
I think PlayStation's beating Xbox in terms of consoles. Consoles will always be a thing. I just wish they'd make the games non-exclusive, so the games could be played on any platform anywhere. It's just that PC's got more people playing than any console. But I don't think consoles are dying. The only thing that hurt the consoles a bit was something that Phil Spencer said in the news, where a lot of people then took that as in giving up on Xbox, and a lot of people started selling their Xbox online to get a PlayStation 5. But that was just idiots who just fucking didn't give them a chance to respond properly to what they read into it.
Indeed.
That's all that were.
You're just idiots. Because that's not. I bet you that's not what he meant to begin with.
He didn't. He did a follow-up interview to address it, and you could tell he'd obviously wrote out this speech, and he corrected what he said speech-wise. It was obviously just like a hot take thing that he said at the time, and then someone took it out of portion and they put it all over the fucking internet.
Yeah.
Which is usually what happens. So
Yeah.
what is your saying? A PC future of gaming? Consoles are officially dead. So what?
Consoles will always be around just because PC is expensive.
Yes.
expensive.
Yes. Consoles are affordable, but where consoles hurt you a bit is consoles cost more for their games. PC games are a lot cheaper. And then you get sites like CD Keys and Green Man Gaming that offer you game codes even cheaper still. You don't have an option for that on console. Consoles won't die.
There's always going to be a console market.
Shrine of the War God.
What?
Oh, I can build a shrine to the War God. It grants every friendly unit inside my domain War God's Spirit and War God's Aggression. War God's Spirit gives all units plus 10 morale, so they'll be able to fight better. And then War God's Aggression, this unit's melee and ranged physical range attack deal plus 2 physical damage. I think we'll have that. That sounds pretty fucking good.
I am coming for you, Mr. Young.
Fucking hell, there's 4 armies up here.
I can't wait until I get to flourish. My fast turns into a flourishing battle because I'll get 45% of its income and all of its shares of magic materials.
Exactly why Sony owns Spider-Man. It's the reason that Disney haven't been able to get the rights off of Sony for Spider-Man, because it's still very lucrative for them. But even then, I don't like Spider-Man games. I don't think they hit the mark on superhero games. Spider-Man might be one of the better ones for some people. The only ones I enjoyed were the Arkham ones. The Arkham ones are Batman. They for me were the best ones.
The movies are good. I like the movies.
The movies, yeah, movies are fine, but I'm talking purely about games.
Yeah.
Right, what have we got here then? So I've got to be careful what I pick with these fucking things now. Ooh. Give me that one. Just catching up. Consoles also don't have the troubleshooting that PC sometimes get as well. Pretty much plug and play. That is correct, Kyle. I will give you that. Yep. Because the quality and assurance teams for consoles, both Xbox and PlayStation, even probably Nintendo, are extremely high quality. And they've got to make sure that the port to the console is flawless, where they can chuck a game straight on Steam with no one to quality and assurance check it at all. They'll just assume that the game's being quality and assurance checked in-house. So there's no Q&A to put something on the PC. That's why you can get so many bad indie games sometimes. But in this case, now you're getting bad AAA games. But console games have got to work. They've got to have a decent port. Otherwise, the people who put it on the console, they'll chuck it back to the devs and say, fix this shit. Because I remember it in some of the dev streams for Dead by Daylight. When they were putting it on console, one of their patches didn't work on console, and it didn't go live on console for like another 2 weeks. And it's when a new killer came out. So they had to chuck it back to the devs and say, fix this. It doesn't fucking work. So they chucked it back to them, and they took 2 more weeks fixing it. And then it went from there to being on PC, and on console. And PC already had it for 2 weeks. They're like, oh, you guys got it early. We didn't get it early. It's because the port for the PC didn't work. For the console didn't work from PC to console. So they had to change it and work through it, what was causing the problem. The devs eventually fixed it.
Yeah. They'll just throw it right back in their face.
No, games-wise, Cosmic, I think Star Wars games are in trouble because of Disney. Star Wars games haven't been a great place in a long time, I'll be honest. I don't play Star Wars games either, the same reason I don't play superhero games. I don't think they do very well. But yeah, I love the Star Wars movies. I think Star Wars movies are fantastic. Oh.
What's going on?
Turn the Spitter. Well, and friends. Oh, so Kaj is going to get a giant spider mount now, because we avenged his old one. Nice! Stick him on his own arachnocock spider.
Oh, I hate how this AI can work. It's so fucking annoying.
Sky Virgin have only just started transmitting limited content in 4K. I thought 8K TVs and PC 8K was already a thing. There are some things you can play. Well, I'm not sure about 8K, but I know you can play some things in 4K. But it's being able to play it at 4K and run it in high frames. See, any of the games that have 4K optional, it's not 4K base, it's 4K upscaling. Most games even now are still designed at 1080p. They're designed at full HD. Some are designed at 2K, but very few are designed above that at base. They're usually upscaled. I don't think 4K and 8K is going to be anything we're going to see in the immediate future. Not for a long time. Because when you try and play a game in 4K, your frame rates drop to shit. And your game looks unplayable. Because it's laggy and choppy as fuck. Sometimes it can be because of a bad port of the game, if it's like something ported from console to PC. But bear in mind, what are consoles still playing in today? 60 FPS, aren't they? Most consoles don't go above 60 frames. Why? Because it's a safe bet and they know they can hit it for most games. But I stopped playing 60 frames on games years ago. I play on 80, 120 or 144, which is the maximum my monitor can handle. I don't play on 60 frames anymore. It's a thing of the past for me. But I can handle playing all my games in full HD at those frames. And my games are buttery smooth. Where when you try and play a game in 2 or 4K and try and get above 60 frames, your frame rates are tanking. Most graphics cards struggle to reach 60 frames on 2 and 4K games. It depends on obviously the graphical quality of the game. If you tried to run like Age of Wonders in 2K or 4K, you could probably easily do it. But if you tried to run like Middle-earth Shadow of War, or what else got good graphics, Jamie? Give me a good high graphical game. Like a Crisis type game, like Crisis 3. Still destroys graphics cards to this day.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Horizon Zero Dawn, maybe. I mean, I don't know what that is.
Second one.
But if it's something really high graphics, try running that in 2K and 4K, and even this year's cards will probably still struggle to get it above 60 frames if you're running it in 2 or 4K, at least to a decent extent. And then as soon as you get a lot of stuff happening on the screen at once, your frame rates will tank. And if you go below 30 frames, if you've got a G-Sync monitor like I've got, your G-Sync will automatically turn off. It doesn't operate below 30 frames. So it's always better to have high frames and smooth gameplay. Even if you've got to turn down the graphical quality a little bit, it's better to have the performance of the game doing well for the graphics to be a little bit lower quality. So 2K and 4K just aren't a viable thing in my opinion. I mean, you look at most gaming channels won't have their content in 2K or 4K. If they've done that, it's because they've edited it and upscaled the video, is what they'll have probably done, in most cases. I can build stone walls now, Jamie. Getting stone walls on.
No.
He's got his spider mount. Yes. Leveled up.
My vassal is preparing to attack.
The hell is this?
What's that?
I've got a special skill level up from a hero at level 4.
Oh.
I'll give him Holy Retribution. I want to try and catch up with you guys in chat. Fucking hell. You're out talking me today. Can't keep up with you. What is this thing? They ask us for 20 gold. They're going to give me 40 mana Thank you, but consider this a gift.
What?
Okay. How do I accept this thing? Okay, I think that were it. Oh, I think it was the elves.
Yeah, it was.
It was the elves wanting some gold off me, so I'll just get them 20 gold. Yeah, I don't fucking mind. Take it. There's few 120 PS games, but the problem is that many of the TVs are capped at 60 unless you can drop 1.5k on a TV. Depends on the type. Are we talking Marvel Universe or Matrix trilogy? Cosmic, I mean any movie, any video games. Awoke what Spectre thinks. Wonder? Awoke what Spectre thinks. What? What the hell does that mean?
I don't know.
Does he mean he woke up what Spectre thinks?
Maybe, yeah.
Or I wonder what Spectre thinks, sorry. It auto-corrected woke to from wonder to woke? What?
Apparently.
What auto-correct have you got? I'm saying it's hard to make multiple video games or multiple movies. Basically. Is it hard to make multiple video games or multiple movies? What do you mean? Like a trilogy like Lord of the Rings or something? Do you mean like that? Because obviously you get movies made all the time, as well as you get games made all the time. I wouldn't say it's hard so much. I mean, I would say it's time consuming and probably costly. But obviously if you've got specialists in that particular field, then they can obviously make them as long as they've got the time and the finances to do so. Same with anything in life, really. All costs time and money.
This game looked pretty.
Which part? This game?
Yeah.
Yeah, this game is pretty.
Oh my god, the free CD next to you really fucking likes me.
Oh, good. Can you get allies with them, and then they might stop hating me.
Oh, who? I'm on Dawn. I mean, Dawn Spear likes me.
Yeah, don't spit, don't like me.
Well, right now in 6 turns, they'll be doing the Pact of Loyalty to me. Soon enough, Spectre, they shall be loyal to me.
I'll give him. Shall I give him a Springstone?
That lets you boost their legions and stuff. If you do that. And then you can use your Imperium to boost the legions.
Pact of Cooperation. How do I do that? Which is easier and faster to bring out more, cause apparently TV shows come out quick, which video games take years to develop. I'm saying, are they the same? To make it more simple for you, Spectre. Oh, right. That one's actually quite a simple question, to be honest, because I've got a friend who's in the industry of TV series making. He does some of the like editing, filmmaking stuff for films, for TV series. Your TV series are much easier to make than films or games because they've got to be done annually. So like if you're doing a series, usually a series will be one season. One year will be one season. Your season 2 will be the next season. And so on and so forth. So they've got to churn out TV series rather quick. Which is why they don't use as much CGI or as much big battles. The exception to that was Game of Thrones. Even though that did have big battles and stuff in it, but it only had very few episodes. You look like Supernatural, that had like 20 episodes in a season. Game of Thrones had like 6 or 7. Didn't have very many. They were longer, but they had more CGI type stuff, but there were less of them. That's how they adjust to make them once a year. Your films can take a good 2 to 4 years to make one film. but it depends on, again, how many times they redo it. Example, like James Cameron with Avatar. Avatar took him 10 years to make. So it depends on that. Because he continually updated the CGI to the point where he loved it. And that's when he released the first Avatar. And it was the first film to get over, 2 billion in the box office.
And then it took years for him to make. Because for the second one, he had to wait for certain technologies.
Well, the second one, he was using a reef off the coast of New Zealand that no one had been to before. He even paid the New Zealand government, so scientists couldn't go in until he finished filming. So there's plant life and creatures in this reef, never seen before, but his filmmaking crew got to go in first. Game developing is a tricky one, it's different. Because it depends if it's the game development company's first game, and the first way to make money, or if they've already got titles out there earning them money, especially if they've got live service games or MMOs that are like subscription based. The problem is they'll always have two leadership categories in gaming. You've got your CEO at the top, who answers to the shareholders. Unless you've got like Larian Games for Baldur's Gate 3, the primary shareholder in that is the CEO. He owns 70% of the shares. The other 30% is owned by Tencent, but they don't have any voting rights on what the company does. So it's him and his wife own the 70% of the shares. So he hasn't got any investors saying, well, want it out by this time, want our money back. He's like, no, I'm the investor, so you fuck off. You'll get your money when I'm fucking ready to release the game. So that's the better way to do it. Don't have investors. The CEO should be the primary and only shareholder, in my opinion. Because then you can give your team the time to do the games. But below the CEO, you're going to have your head marketer, your head money man, and your lead developer, your main developer guy. Now these two will clash all the time. Because they're saying, well, we need to release it by this date. And he's like, we need time to work on it, fix the bugs, and get it in a working state. And sometimes what happens is when the game comes to release, the head market man has more in line with the CEO because of investors. Because most companies do have investors. And because of that, he gets to supersede the lead developer. So they've got to rush a game out and it comes out in a shit unplayable state. Example, Starfield. Cyberpunk when it first came out. They got a class action lawsuit against them. Redfall, that became known as Redfall. What else? Fucking Overwatch 2. You know, all these games that come out, they get pushed forward to meet a deadline. The developers don't get time to work on them. And then months later, if the developers are given time, they can work on the game and improve them. Like, look at Cyberpunk now. Cyberpunk now is apparently a very good game. But it's taken how many years since release to become a good game? Because the developers needed that time to work on the game. If they'd have been given it to begin with, it wouldn't have come out in a shit state. And that's basically how it comes down to. You've got to give the developers time to work on it. Sometimes it will be down to bad developers, where they just wank at the job. Example, what was that controversial one on Steam? Was it called The Day Before or something? And it were selling at like 50 quid. They had to refund every single copy of the game. And the lead developer said, our team's bled blood over this for 7 years. No, they haven't. The game was wank. It was in like a demo playable state. It was complete dog shit. They have not worked on that for 7 years. And if they have, they should be embarrassed with themselves and go find another profession. Because they clearly ain't good at fucking game development. It were dog shit. I've got the levels of like a junior programmer. A very basic level. And I could make a better game than what they made. It was atrocious. What's this? I've just get 167 gold to Scab, who about by the elves, but they've given me like 300 relations with them.
Nice. I'm still struggling back here, up over here.
You're struggling? What do you mean you're struggling? What's happened?
I lost 2 armies.
To what?
Evil presence.
Evil? What does that mean?
Oh, you know the frickin' infestations or whatever.
You lost 2 arms to an infestation?
Yep.
Didn't you check before hit the strength of the infestation so you could send the appropriate number of armies?
Uh-huh.
There was only 1 army there, but then another one popped out of nowhere.
So basically, making sure... Because some devs are saying a game dev is hard. No, since you have a pet here, it's easy. Question: do dogs or cats cost more money? Me personally, I would probably say dogs, because my mum's also got dogs, and one thing alone with dogs is generally they eat more food because they're big animals, unless you've got a small dog. But the vet bills for a dog is a lot more than it is for a small cat. And dogs have got a lot more maintenance. They've got to be walked. Cats haven't got to be walked. We've got 2 cats. Ours are indoor cats. As long as they've got litter in the trays, food and water, that's all they need. They've got toys, they're happy as Larry. Oh, did you say cars? I thought you said cats. So dogs more expensive than cars. Oh, a car? No, a car's more expensive than a dog. By far.
Yeah.
I thought you said cats. I read it as cats. Why would you compare a dog to a car? That's comparing a living creature to a machine.
I know.
Well, bear in mind, an average car can cost you what? Like a 7,000-8,000 on the low end? If you're buying a higher profile car like 50 grand, that's going to cost you more than a dog's going to cost you its entire lifetime.
High and low end over here, it's frickin' 25,000.
Well, there you go. A dog's not going to cost you that. If you get a dog as a puppy and it lives for, say, 14 years, which is long for a dog won't cost you 25 grand. It costs the cost of its life. Not even close.
No.
I thought you said cats. I apologise. I misread it. I'm going to say, I did wonder then why you're comparing a dog to a car. It's like, what?
Yeah. That's... Okay then.
Ruler Savannah has withdrawn to the astral void. I think someone got killed.
That was my characters. They went to the astral void.
Oh, is that you? Okay. Why did it put it all the way over there? He said you were at the top right of the map. What are you doing up there?
No, I wasn't up there. That's the thing. I was down here. I wasn't up there.
That's weird.
I'm having such bad luck at this game.
I'm just murdering the ones that come near me, to be fair with you. Oh, I get 50 more Imperium next turn. I might be able to get something off the Empire tree. So I wonder if more of these are repeatable. What did I get down here? I got this one, didn't I? Which costs more food? Which costs more food? Or $80? What?
Well, huh?
I think I'm missing part of that question there. They said which costs more, food or 80 dogs? As in food for like me and my girlfriend.
These are random questions.
That's a very random question, dude. Who the fuck has 80 dogs? I'm not running a kennel. I'd probably say.
The most random question.
I'd probably say 80 dogs. Because the 80 dogs, you've got to buy the dog, buy food for the dog, medical care
Yeah.
for the dog, all the other stuff that goes along with it. But if you're just buying food for like yourself and one other person, that's going to be a fraction of that cost.
Indeed.
But that's really, really off topic, that dude. You went way left field on that one.
I know, right?
Spelled Wizard's Tower. So I think when I upgrade my city to tier 3, I should unlock tier 3 units. I can't remember if this goes to tier 4 or tier 5.
Yeah, if you upgrade to a tier 3 citadel, you unlock the 9th.
You what, sorry?
You unlock the knight unit once you get to Town Hall 3.
Right. I'm just not
Like
sure
right
what
now,
they've...
I'm Town Hall 2 right now.
I've got, what the fuck have I got on the finger? I've got tier 3 getting built after this next building. I've got a blacksmith, and then it's going to be building the tier 3. And then I've got tier 4 on the list, just not in the production queue yet, because I've got so much other shit to build. What I need to do is, probably need to take out one of these enemies, and then just take their building space and go and build a city. Because everywhere I want to build, it's a pissing city-state. Fuckers. Need to make a map with that city-states in. No Helldiver? We're playing Helldiver earlier on Matrix, it just kept crashing, buddy. So, we were going to switch to Monster Hunter World, and then Jamie said, I'll just go on Age of Wonders where you get stuff set up, and I said, let's just stream our Age of Wonders campaign. So we're just streaming Age of Wonders and having a laugh and we're talking. And Martin's asking us some very random questions.
Indeed.
If you want to join us on this Matrix, you're welcome. Although I don't think of your type of game. But you're welcome to if you want to. And we can make a 3-player campaign. Don't have it. It's no problem. But yeah, be careful if you go on Helldivers though, Matrix. The servers are a bit wiggy today. Because it crashed for me twice in an hour and 20 minutes. So the servers aren't very good. I think because of adding that new mech unit, everyone's jumped online, and I just kept getting kicked out of missions. I think I did 2 or 3 missions that were okay, and then others just kicked me out of. And when it kicked me out, it then said Jamie wasn't online, so I couldn't rejoin Jamie through Steam. So, gotta be careful with it. Don't get me wrong, Helldivers 2 is a good game to play. It's a good game, it's fluid, gameplay's good, graphics are good. But not if it crashes all the time. If it's crashing all the time, the devs have got to go back and fix their shit. Don't worry about adding new content to the game and nerfing weapons and stuff like that. Fix your fucking game first. For me personally, there's nothing I hate more in a game than crashes or something that actively stops you playing the game. Anything like that shouldn't even make it out of beta. If you've got crashes and things like that things like might freeze the game, so the players then got to close it down to restart it, anything that stops the player playing the game, they should be removed from the programming by beta. If it's not removed, you don't take it out of beta into early access. You remove that shit first. That should be your job as a developer. If you know the stuff, things in the game that will cause it to crash or freeze, that's your job as a developer to remove that shit. Find it and remove it. That's what they should be doing. They're what I call a tier 1 problem. Because they prevent people playing your game. Everything else comes after that. Your tier 2, your tier 3 problems. Tier 2 is, you might have like a graphical glitch, a bit of screen tearing or something like that, or if you've got something wireframed somewhere. Tier 3 is your minor bugs. But that's how they want to categorise them. But crashes should be gone before a game's ever released. Because like when you bought me the Resident Evil 4 Remake. I've been able to play that game. The second one and third one, really good. But the fourth one crashed 8 times. 8. That's an embarrassing port to a PC. I mean, they should fix it before they release it. I agree. I agree completely, Matrix. I'm completely with you on that one, brother. For Honor is a toxic game, however, you can parry people who spam. I know what For Honor is, that's not like sword fighting type game where you play different like characters from the medieval ages, swords and arrows and shit. But what do you mean you can parry people who spam? Parry people? If they're spamming, just block them. Block them and then if need be report them if they're being an asshole.
There's nothing they can do about when it comes to spamming one ability.
Come on, darling.
There you
She's got me some donuts again, bless her.
go. You like it?
I do like them, but you've got to be careful with your money, Babs, as well. Don't you waste all your money.
It's fine.
We've got a bit of tight budget on it between us.
It's fine, darling.
Thank you very much. Just give me a second, Jamie. I'm just grabbing a coffee, buddy. Hang about, let me catch up. Donut man, you are Spec. It's my girlfriend bought them for me. I'm not going to refuse them. These fucking donuts are beautiful. Another thing people complain about is killer tunneling. Killer tunneling is annoying. It is. And Dead by Daylight. Camping's worse. Tunneling's bad, but camping's worse. And the so-called fix the devs put into the game to like stop camping, it does stop face camping to a degree, but it's not good enough. It's not far enough away. The main way to stop camping is make it so a killer cannot stand within 40 meters of the hook. And that'd be the main way to stop camping. It would help with tunnelling as well, because it means then, if the killer stands beyond 40 metres, so let's say they stand 41 metres away, they're not always going to have line of sight to the hook, depending on what type of map it is. But it means then, for the killer to traverse 40 metres, the average killer, without a movement speed, can do that in about 3 or 4 seconds. If I save somebody like Jamie from a hook, I consider Jamie right. If he's got like Iron Will on and Iron Will's back to not being nerfed so people can juke, I can say, right, you walk that way and I'll run away.
I wish that was on there.
And then Jamie would go and hide while injured and I would run the different direction to Jamie. The killer comes bolting in like a fucking steam train, sees my tracks and instantly chases me. Then he's not chasing Jamie. Now the killer might then realise I'm chasing somebody who's uninjured. So he might think, shit, where's the guy who was on the hook? So the tunnel might try and find Jamie. But if Jamie's got a good hiding place, the killer won't find him. That's what they need to do to fix the... It'll fix both camping and it'll help versus tunnelling. Won't be guaranteed to stop tunnelling, but it will help. And if people have a stealthy build where you can be not making any noise while you're injured, you can potentially hide from a killer and the killer won't find you.
Indeed.
But the other thing they need to reduce for Dead by Daylight really is get rid of player collision. There's no reason for it to be in the game, none whatsoever. So you can jump through somebody body blocking a window, you can jump through somebody body blocking a pallet, you can jump through people body blocking an exit gate. The reason I quit the game, I had 2 survivors body block the exit gate so I couldn't get out. And they basically let the killer kill me. They thought I was doing nothing the entire game when I did 3 generators out of the 5. But I was jumping into lockers to avoid the killer's perk. The killer had the perk from Chucky where he can see you for, I think, 20 seconds and you're exposed for 10. And I was like, when I've got survivors working against me, what's the point of me even playing this game? The game had no purpose. Because the survivors had a way to be toxic with body blocking. If they remove body blocking, survivors can't be as toxic. You could still get somebody who jumps into a lobby with the same as a killer and the wrong comms, and he can lead him to where all the survivors are, but those people you can report to get banned almost instantly. Because that is like a tier 1 red flag for Dead by Daylight. But ones that body block you, if you remove collision, you can't body block anymore. That problem's just gone. It's removed. And it won't affect the killers, because the person trying to body block the other survivor, if they can say jump straight through your character out of a window, you hit the survivor doing the body blocking instead. So the killer still gets a hit on someone, just not on the one who's getting fucked over by the other survivor. They just need to get rid of body blocking. Body blocking's wank. I don't know why it's in the game. There's some games where collision makes sense, other games where it makes no sense. Dead by Daylight, it makes no sense.
Well, any time something goes good for the survivors, the killers complain about it.
Killers are just crying too much. It's not always killers, Matrix. I mean, as I said, the reason I quit was because of toxic survivors. It weren't because of killers. I don't blame the killers as much for me quitting the game as I did the survivors. The survivors what caused me to quit. Now, the killer might have been working alongside them, like, partially to, like, get me on a hook and kill me. He took the person he got downed. You know, that's what most killers would do. But the reason I got down was because of the survivors. Because they body blocked the exit, and I couldn't get past. That's the whole reason. And I ran that killer on that entire fucking map. You can check out the last Dead by Daylight stream. Watch that last game. I played like a fucking champion that game. I did loads of generators. I ran around the entire fucking map. I knew they were preparing to fuck me over on the last generator. Because they'd 99'd it and not finished it. They were going to help the killer find me. So I ran out from where I was hid, complete the generator. So the exit gates were done. And then I went and ran the killer on the entire map towards an exit gate that had then been opened. But they body blocked me at the exit, so I couldn't get out. Sorry, the exit gate had been 99'd. So I got to the exit gate handle and pulled it down, and they body blocked the exit so I couldn't get past them. What's this? A vampire spider matriarch. What the fuck is that? There's a vampire spider?
Apparently.
Okay. When a killer camps exit gate. Yeah, but what you've got to bear in mind is there are 2 exit gates. You can't camp on both. With the exception, and I will use it as an exception, this is where I'm going to draw an NFT for you guys. Jamie will know this one. Jamie was present in this one. It was bad. Give me a piece of fucking head. What the fuck? What's happening here? Huh? Why the fuck are they stapled together? Right. Oh no, give me something bigger. Right. Keyboard box. Come here, you bastard. Right, okay. So. And this is because the game's procedure generated. This is a problem. And this is why I do prefer some of the indoor maps. So this is an example here. Or 2 examples actually. So this is the first one. So as you can see here on the camera, you've got an exit here and an exit, fucking hell, exit over there. Well, you can see yourself, you can see. So they're that close together, any killer can camp both gates. The other one, they're both together on the same wall. Now if you've got a killer like me and Jamie had, we had a killer on Haddonfield, fucking hillbilly, chainsawing between both gates. Bear in mind, if you've got sole survivor and everyone's dead, it takes a good 10-12 seconds to open. If you haven't got sole survivor or everyone's not dead, it can take 25 seconds to open. Are you going to get 25 seconds when a hillbilly can chainsaw between gates in 2 seconds? So somebody's going to be getting chased and probably downed for others to try and open the gate. So the killer's guaranteed to get at least a kill or a down. Or in mine and Jamie's case, with only 2 left. That's one of the other issues with Dead by Daylight, and that's why I've said they need more escape options in a match. The 2 exit gates are fine, but add in the 3rd and the 4th. What I liked personally were Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th, I think, had 4 ways to escape. You could wait out the killer, because the game's only 20 minutes. DBD's time is 60 minutes, it's too long. They need to reduce it. I'd say 25 max. So you can wait out the killer, and then the killer's got the kills for the ones he's killed. The ones that aren't dead have escaped. They've been classed as escaped. Rather than the entity popping up from the end game and killing you. Which is retarded. That's just completely killer-sided. You can escape by the police. You can escape in one of the two vehicles. So it'll be 2 cars, or it'll be a car and a boat. And you can also kill the killer in that. Yep.
Only temporarily, though.
No, you can actually kill him permanently. Yeah, if you do the Tommy Jarvis thing, if you get Tommy Jarvis to kill him and a girl to put on a sweater to be his mum, you can perma kill him and end the game, and everyone escapes. So what you could do instead is, Lower the time limit to like 25 minutes for a game, 30 at most, and let any survivors that are alive escape. You've got 2 exit gates. Add in like a ladder that can go up over the wall. That can be a 4th way for like one person to escape. And then add in a 5th option. Add in something else you can do. You're not going to be killing the killers. That's a bit stupid for this sort of game. But add in some other way to escape. And I don't mean the hatch is the last thing that fucking opens. Add in another escape way. They could do like a rope that goes from a house over the wall. So you can shimmy across. And the killer can get up there and try and cut the rope so you can't use it to get away. They could do a number of different factors, but the devs have just seemed to have lost all imagination or all ability to care. I don't know. I don't know what the actual reasoning behind it is. Maybe the devs just are as people said. Maybe the devs just don't give a fuck and they just care about killers. I mean, most of the dev teams are killer mains. I wonder why that is. Ooh, I can summon an iron golem. Like an iron giant with this one. Give me the golem, give me the golem. Golem. I'll summon a golem. Build that one. Can annex something else, okay.
What level is your city, Spectre?
I think it's doing tier 3 now.
Oh, I was talking about like the number next to your name of your city. Like, I guess.
What, the Dark City 10 or something?
Yeah,
Do you mean
that's the
that?
level of your city.
Is it?
I think that's the level of what your city's at right now.
I think that's the population size. So my population's 10 out of 30. If you click on your city, it shows like a population number of like a person's head. Spectre, give me a second, buddy. Give me a second. Build a mine there. They've got 470 attack. How big are these fucking things? Oh, she's a big bitch, that one. Got 505. He's got 495. He's still recruiting units. Well, there's not actually anymore. Waiting to get some more higher tier shit in there. What I'll do is I'll recruit him some units for the time being now. How much are these regular guys? They cost 8. What has he got? What else has he got in there? How much are shamans? Shaman's pretty good. 12. Give me a shaman. Put a shaman in there. Where killer gets so sweaty downs everyone trying to heal someone. How would you deal with that as survivor? You mean when people start slugging? So you mean like an anti-slug mechanic? Because I'll be honest with you, at one point I had to slug an entire team of 4 people. This was back in the day though. This weren't a sweaty thing. It's because the survivors were being toxic. The killer doesn't like survivors healing. Back in the day when they could perma-destroy hooks, this 4-man survivor friends team went around and destroyed all my hooks on the entire map. And the map was almost unfortunately a giant rectangle. So the killer basement was at one side of the map in a house, and they were all running to the far side of the map, and I was like, what's going on here? So I downed them all, and then I realised I couldn't physically get them to the hooks in the basement. So I ended up carrying one guy there. He got out. I ran him down and knocked him down, and I managed to get him again to the hook. I had to catch the fucker twice to get him there. I thought, I'm not doing this 3 more times. So I let the other 3 bleed out. At the end of the match, they're all complaining at me, going, oh, you're toxic and sweaty and shit like this. I'm like, you destroyed every single hook. What am I supposed to do in that scenario? I'm like, maybe don't go around like a 4-man survivor-friendly group of assholes sabotaging all my hooks. I'm like, but why does nobody do that anymore? Because the hooks now don't stay permanently destroyed. It's now a void tactic. There's no point in doing it. The only way sabotaging a hook works now, if the killer's going straight towards one hook and there's not another one nearby, and the person goes in and one-taps the hook and destroys it before the killer gets there, then that survivor's probably going to escape. But in terms of killers doing it, there are a bunch of anti-slug skills now that you can use to pick yourself back up off the floor. And if a killer's doing it every single game maliciously, obviously just report the guy. If he's doing it and wasting people's time, report him. Report him and get him banned. Because there's no other way to stop it other than at least one of you taking an anti-slugger mechanic. And then what the best idea is as well, don't do what some idiot survivors do and crawl under the hook of someone. Crawl away from each other. If he's got all 4 survivors on the hook, don't stay huddled together like a bunch of morons. Everyone go a different direction. So somebody stay where you are, the other 3 fuck off somewhere else. The killer can't watch all 4 of you. So then if he starts panicking, thinking, shit, one of these has probably got an anti-slug mechanic, he doesn't know which one. For all he knows, all 4 of you have got one. So you can get yourself back up. Think about it. Yes. I told to put your spider on already. There we go. He's only spider now. I lost a unit there, really? Ooh, yeah. I asked the mining guild from that thing as a reward to instantly visit my town and complete my current production for free.
Nice.
So I've just gotten to tier 3 straight away. There's a fucking Wendigo over there. Fucking Yeti.
Nice.
Basically what I'm saying, hit, if that makes any sense, that's my question. Healing. A hit person healing over and over. Oh! So you mean if someone heals them, that person then gets hit again when they're fully healed, then they get healed, then they get hit again when they're fully healed, and basically make them die really fast? That one's a tough one. I'm not sure how they go around that one. Obviously, you can report the person because it's toxic, because technically the survivor's also working with the killer at that point. Because if you know he's going to keep hitting the person you're healing and he's right there, you should actually run away somewhere else. Draw the killer away. Don't play into the killer's game. That's a quick question of the survivor being toxic by doing that same thing. Also incredibly fucking stupid. I don't get knights. Jimbo Jumbo Delaney.
Huh.
I get berserkers.
Nice. My vassal's under siege right now.
Under siege?
Yeah.
You probably want to go and help them out with that scenario.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh god. Think about it. Buy a bunch of pissing gobbos? What the hell is this thing? Warlock. Hang about. Who's this cheeky shit over here, Jamie? With this tiny ass army. Have you seen this one? This outpost on your left.
Oh, him, yeah. I see him.
I'm saying you could go and destroy that or take it off him.
I gotta help my...
Yeah, hit with Vessel first, definitely. Give me a second. Let me go on this guy. Also, I changed out what he had. Oh, you're getting that crossbow thing. It looks badass with that. How about that? You confirm it, yeah. I'm getting that crossbow thing. The crossbow's way better. Oh yeah, game that. Okay, I've got a pact with Dawn Spear. They now like me. A pact of loyalty, and we can go towards pact of cooperation, where then basically I can.
Mine's out. Yeah, they're currently working on passive vassalage with me.
Well, just what I want to be able to do is just build on this land in between mine and theirs. I can't at the moment because it'll affect relations, but once we're able to, I can build on their land.
Yeah, right now in 15 turns, they'll become my vassal. I'm also doing relations of another city-state too.
Oh, right.
Pact of Loyalty.
The elves are just giving me something here. The Hallowed Court. Good diplomatic approach will assure victory. I hope we may both profit from your relation with Dawnspear. They're giving me constellations by 50.
Oh, nice.
So I just get that. Do I just click goodbye on that?
I think so.
Fair enough. You ask a lot of good questions though, Martin, I'll give you that. Some are a bit difficult, some not so much.
Ha!
But you do ask some good
Get
questions.
shit on! Get shit on! Stupid goblin.
What's up, baby? What, you coming up here for a cuddle again?
I've
Eh?
cleaned her ear out a little bit because it was really gunky.
Is it cuddle time? Is it cuddle time with Dad? What did Mum do to you? Did she violate your ears? Eh?
No, I only got out all, you know, like earwax in that 'cause it was bothering her.
What? I know, we're being silly, aren't we? We're not meaning it. Mum won't hurt you, she loves you.
Did you see what I said in general?
I let her decompress in that.
What, sorry, Jamie?
Did you see what I sent in general?
We said, what, in general Discord?
Yeah.
Oh, your kitty.
My other kitty. One of the other kitties.
How was the takis? What the fuck does matrix... What does that mean? Is that a Swedish word? Oh, cat, you're making it hard to type. There we go. Oh, like a baby. Like a tiny baby. Mwah. What's up? What are you doing? You're making sure Dad's hand's right there so you can pour it and clean it. Eh? Eh? You're a cleaning machine, aren't you? Like grooming your pack, don't you? Yeah. Big on grooming. Like a bugger she is. What are you doing? It's like, how dare you take your hand away from me? I was not licking that one yet.
I got evokers. An evoker.
You seen this fucking thing
Battle.
here? A Karag. It's a mythic unit. Hang about. Oh my god. It's an NPC army of Marauder Guard. The fucking fighting strength from this army, Jamie, is 827. Fuck that.
Ooh.
It's got Charge Strike, Bone Shattering Howl, and Terrifying Gorging. Has a 90% chance of consuming target Tier 1, Tier 2, or Tier 3 enemy unit. If successful, heals this unit for plus 30 temporary hit points. So it can eat your shit and heal itself? It's like a fucking Minotaur! Fuck that, get away from that fucking thing. Run! Go. Right, get me 2 berserkers. I wants me 2 of them. I do. What's this? Oh, it looks like he... Did you save him or did he save himself? Your vassal.
He saved himself.
Told you. Fucking gobbos. Dickheads.
I just see him come with 2 other armies in the shadows and kick his ass. That weakens him and he'll be gone for a few turns. Maybe I can actually start doing something now.
Ooh. Jamie, I've got some decent shit here. So I've got a signature skill on my lord, you know, because level 4. So I can assassinate. So I can a slight chance of instantly killing an injured target. This chance increases the lower the target's hit points are. Mass rejuvenation. Friendly units in a 2-hex radius gain 10 temporary hit points. And my lord himself can regeneration. And he generates 6 hit points every turn. Rallying Blessing bolsters Rally, bolster defense, bolster resistance, and then Draining Blade. Deals damage to target enemy and heals you for the same amount as the damage dealt. Ooh, dear. Dear me. Some nice ones there. I'll have to try that one, I think. Mass Rejuvenation sounds good. I like that. That is a sexy fucking skill, that one. Regenerating fucking lord that heals the rest of my units. A free city has declared war on me. Bollocks. Ooh. Who is Portentium? What the fuck are these people? Is that a rat? Where are these fuckers? Huh? I don't know where he is. Where the fuck's Portentium?
I don't know either.
Portentium? It's not them, that's fucking dwarves. Portentium?
I don't know where it either, so...
I don't know where the fuck they are. They're living underground or something? They're fucking rat people? Fucking... Look at our ally. What the shit? The concrete fucking oceans as well. He's got one city there, he's got one city there, he's got them there. He's got them everywhere. He's got a city, he's got 4 cities. 4. That vassal is out of control. That ally.
Our ally is going off.
There's a little miss. I don't think I'll stay at that camera angle, will it? There she is. Little tiny lady. You see baby, darling?
What?
See baby?
Can I see baby?
See a baby?
What was she doing?
Laying in my lap.
She's lap cat now.
So I've got it on candid camera. Camera's
She
watching it.
absolutely adores you.
Well, you both do.
No, but she wants to be near you all the time. She even sleeps underneath your chair.
She what, sorry?
She even sleeps underneath your chair.
I know she does.
Exactly.
But Bilbo's come in before. Bilbo sleeps on his card, doesn't he?
But he sleeps on the card, but they both love you.
Well, I know they both love me, but isn't that a good thing? But you'd rather them love me than hate me. What the fuck? The dude. Jamie, I've got a question for you. Do any of your cats follow your cursors?
No.
This one laser focuses mine. She sees it bob up and down, bottom of the screen, and she's like, I'm fucking having that at some point. He's getting got. she literally laser focuses him. She's like, where the fuck is he going? And when it goes on to the next monitor, she's like, how did he get over here? And she'll turn and look at him and be like, what the fuck's going on? If I leave, if Ella or me leaves a Warhammer video on the screen, which you can see cursor, she's up on TV stand, pouring at the screen. Golem Mine. Really? Have you got any of these ones, Jamie? Special province improvements. We might use that one. Have you built any of those?
Not yet. I got a channeling tower I could build, a circle of Zealotry, or a Levitamp.
A circle of what?
Zealotry.
What the hell's that?
Plus 10 draft per positive or negative level of alignment. Plus 2 city stability per adjacent province improvement. Unit deployment location. Counts as a quarry. Must be built on an unquiet province.
Well, I've got one here that's pretty good. It's a spell jammer. Enemies cannot target world map spells in this domain. So I'm thinking I might build that, because some of the global spells can be select a province to replace. I've got to replace something, have I? Oh, I see how it works. Right, so when you build one of those, Jamie, it replaces one of the things you've already built.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Select a province. Select a province, this thing? Huh? Oh! The elves lost one of their people.
Did they?
Yeah, look at the thing. Ruler Zephyl Silverleaf has withdrawn to the Astral Void.
Oh.
Oh my god! It's been upgraded to a Spelljammer. Guess how many fucking turns that bastard takes? 35 turns! 35? We're building a fucking nuke launching silo? Fucking Christ.
Magical nuke incoming!
It protects all my territory though from having any spells cast on them, I suppose, so it's pretty good. 35 turns. You okay, little one? What are you doing? You're very cushy. Me and your mum love you very much. We do. Yeah. You've adapted quite well, haven't you, little terror? Little tiny teeny terror. Yes. All thing I don't like is your pissing sharp claws.
The hell is this?
Whoa. Ah! Close!
Oh my god! What's that? A Chaos Eater?
A chaos? That doesn't sound good.
It's a tier 4 unit.
Oh, that'll be a high unit then, that one.
The rest of the army is tier 1, but that's a tier 4 unit. That's a scary thought.
Get a load of this one, Jamie. This is some weird ones here. I've got Materium Right. Instantly gain 2,000 gold for 250 Imperium. Right of Wealth. Consolidated Industry. Province improvements grant +1 city stability for each adjacent province improvement of the same type. 250 Imperium. Ooh. Ooh. What's that stability like? I can't tell if stability is good or whatever. Ours is at 35, so ours is not very good. It's stable. So you want either orderly or harmony. High stability boosts food, draft and production income. Low stability reduces all city income. Very low stability can lead to city losing provinces. It drops as the city's domain grows and can be regained by building certain city structures. Right, okay, so I'll probably use that to get some more stability then.
Oh, I got that special thing now, Spelljammer.
Yeah, that's one worth building because it protects all your properties attached to that city, so they can't cast global spells on you. Because some of the global spells in this game can be nasty. Ruler Necron has risen. The Risen has withdrawn to Astral Void, so he just died as well. Ruler Gloom Hooknail has returned to Kinslayer. Pototium has sent a war party. A army has been sent to raid my domain. What? Where?
Are you being raided?
I don't know, apparently. What am I looking for? Where's this fucking rat creature? Where is he? Rat asshole.
I mean,
Is it this dude?
I'm being raided right now, but...
Is it you? That's an NPC army, but it's not one of our people. Not one of the other AIs. Who's this furry over here? Is that one of your? Is that your friend?
Who?
Army of Savannah.
That's my army.
Is that your army? You're a furry?
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, okay. Are you sure you're gonna take that?
Yeah. I just need to siege it for 2 more turns.
I don't know where this rat man is. Unless it's
Probably
these
in the
things
underground
here.
somewhere.
Well, it's got these here. Do you know what these are? If you're on stream. What are these fucking things?
I think that's the army that's being sent to Rage, actually.
Right, is that what they are? I'm going to say, because all the thing I'm relating that to is some dickhead bit Sword of Cain from World of Warcraft. I'm not thinking, or Warhammer, should I say. I'm like, oh my god. I don't want fucking that coming at me. Some knobhead with a fucking all-powerful sword. I'll fuck right off with that shit. Scariest thing ever other day, and I saw this guy go for an army. And it's all because I had a garrison force in the area. So do you like that one where you fought the battle and you had the Orcs allies and they backed you up Wurzag? Yeah? I had that. There's a Norscan war chief and a mammoth who got the Sword of Cain by beating Galadriel. Galadriel, fucking hell. What's the name of Queen? What's the fucking name?
Everqueen?
Everqueen, yes, thank you. His armies beat her and he took the Sword of Cain. He got the Sword of Cain on a fucking mammoth. And I was like, oh my god. So he's got like a 20% ward save, regeneration, his fucking vortex spell. He had like 2,000 damage because of his fucking mammoth. He was just wrecking units. I was like, I'm glad he's on my side.
That's a scary thought.
What's that?
A person on a mammoth with a Sword of Cain.
The Sword of Cain, I know. It weren't a special character, we're just like a regular Norscan warlord. But he was on his mammoth. And then he got Sword of Cain, and I was like, oh my god, you're kidding me. During a lengthy discussion on trade terms, you discover an exquisite boots of freedom mounted on the wall of Chieftess Rocky Bone Steel of Dawnspear. See if she wants money. Have money then.
Oh.
So my hero got himself an item. Boots of Freedom. Ooh, Boots of Freedom, tier 3 legs, very fast movement speed, swift, immunity to become slowed or immobilized. I just got those from the Vassal State. Dark City produced a Berserker. And that one belongs to my lord. You're not having him. Cheeky shit. So what are these things then? It's a shock unit. A new Empire development skill again? What this time, this one? Farmers grant 5 food. Okay. Oh! That red tree, Jamie, on your Empire development, can reduce upkeep of some of your fucking units.
Oh.